Kylie walks up to Ogma. No, welcome back. Right to it, everybody. Kylie walks up to Ogma to ask a question.
If uh if it's okay, I know I've already asked you before where things are located, but would you happen to have some place called a war room?
First floor, third door.
Ah, fantastic. Thank you so much. And she's gonna nod her head over to Eldarian and head on up and over to the war room.
Rubio and Jimathorn, what are you guys doing at this point as Cars and Onyx made their way to find this room?
That'd be me, not Cars.
I mean, Raven, yes, thank you.
All you rogues looked.
They all look the same.
I believe Dagon got the fate die.
I was about to say
Oh shit!
my
That's
first
sick.
fate die.
Congratulations.
You want the
Thank you,
stats?
stream.
The
Thank you,
stats:
stream.
51 Rubio, 16 Jimathorn, and 31 Raven.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those are
Okay, good.
stats.
I had that stat too. I want to make sure that was right.
Give us a drink. I can't do it. Somebody do it for me.
Survive enough points.
Kerchow.
It's on cooldown.
That's tragic. We need is there any way to turn off the cooldown? Is that a thing we can
Yes.
do?
Listen, that's a slippery
That's
slope.
too much power.
Yeah.
Maybe
Eventually,
for a one shot.
I'm gonna get so drunk that I'm gonna lie about what spells I have, and that's not a good version of D&D.
I cast Wish.
Yeah,
You're right. That's a fun
Meteor
thing.
Swarm.
I cast Meteor Swarm as a cantrip. Yeah, DM said I could do it. Don't worry.
I have the email.
Don't look into it. I promise I'm telling the truth.
It's in my contract.
Jonathan might be curious about, because there's like class books everywhere. He might want to see if there's any ranger books.
So as you're kind of walking around browsing the aisles, you can tell it's somewhat alphabetical, and you end up getting down to the 5th floor, 4th floor, and finding a couple of books. No, 5th floor, 6th floor, finding some books on a couple of rangers, and then the cross between a ranger and an artificer is a really big section.
Kind of look through it a little bit, try and figure if there's any interesting tips or tricks about being a ranger.
A lot of it talks about standing back and trying to allow your opponent to not get too close. Range is your best friend. A lot of rangers talk about their favorite part of, or favorite target to hit on a person is the throat, no matter the creature, no matter the being, unless it's a beholder, in which case some rangers talk about shooting them in the eyes. A lot of tips and tricks. From here, after kind of gathering some knowledge of rangers, would there be anything in specific you're trying to gather?
I mean, besides like seeing if there's more information about myself, maybe more about the history of the Empire, maybe if it like differs of what I've been taught, something like that.
You just made him so happy. All the hours of lore writing he just spent.
Where is it? Here it is. So, kind of going to the history of it, you know the gist of it, how they're on the scorched land of the aftermath of the Great War between all the races. You know that the cities were established during the division of the Greats, being the three greatest races the Great Empire thinks exists, being half-orcs, Goliaths, and Dragonborns, and the beefiest races known to man. You know the hatred towards elves from what they did to their plane and their lands. But you learn a little bit more about King Welsh. He is holding the title of the overall ruler, and his dad before him was this magnificent person. And he saw the only thing he could do was try to slowly take down the wall by gaining the allianceship of Tugbai and Nordor. You understand that your nation is very complex between the three great cities of Tugbai being this city of kind of mining. They're where the half orcs live. You know, Nordor is where the Goliaths live, where these beefy people train the army. It is the closest city to the greatest arena. You've known this arena. You and your friend Sabira would have traveled there to partake in some of the battles, maybe playing in a game of Proof. But the one thing that catches your eyes is there's an old prophecy. So shortly after the Gem Dragons were ceased to be exiled from the throne for false information, as you're reading it, you recognize a lot of the rumors. You recognize eating babies. You recognize plagiarism, and also how they're known to be traitors. You know this isn't true because you were called this growing up. You know that there's a very, very... Or you learn that there's a very small folk's tale about a Drake Warden being a Gem Dragonborn, taking back the throne and actually stopping this diversity of the greats. This is what the Gem Dragonborn sought to do, to stop this division and the diversity of this nation and to make it purely the great empire.
Interesting.
Lore.
And it mentioned a Drake Warden was destined to do this?
Drake Warden, yes.
Interesting, my exact class.
Weird.
So yeah, there is some there's like a little flash of recognition in Jimathorn's face as he's kind of like trying to like piece this kind of together and rectify it with his own like memories of what happened. I'm gonna kind of keep this hold close to the chest. Like there's things starting to like pop in his head as like possibilities that he's not sure that he wants to like speak out loud to jinx them.
Okay. And from here we travel to Raven and Onyx. You get to a very, very dark bookshelf hallway, which leads to a very, very dark oak wooden door. It's kind of cracked open a little bit, and as you guys creak it open, the sound of the creaks of this very old door just echo through this hollow room, and the drift globe hovers through the room, kind of illuminating it, showing you this is a blank cement room. Like concrete everywhere, from the walls to the roof to the floor, except for in the very center there's a pillar, and the drift globe hover above it, and it's this tiny little deck opened up with a bunch of cards inside of it.
I steal it.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Deck of many things time.
Roll me sleight of hands with disadvantage.
Ooh, we could play Gin Rummy.
Disadvantage.
You guys want to play Gin Rummy?
DC,
How about Old
I'm gonna let
Maid?
you know before you say the number. The DC, you have a drift globe that the Ogma said is going to watch you, and it's right above the deck. DC 20.
Oh, well. Alright, so with disadvantage, I rolled a 16 on the dice, which means I got a 30.
Damn.
Jesus.
So you snatch this deck.
And pocket it, and then whistle as I walk out of the room.
Oh.
I'll look at it later.
The last part. It's nighttime. You
That's
walk
why
out
I
of the
didn't
room.
actually whistle, Brad.
Yeah, okay. So you walk out of the room, and you kind of like her smiling at Onyx. Do you tell him what you did as the drift globe is still following Raven?
I don't say shit.
All right.
I said, there's something crazy in there. I got it. I'm gonna look at it later.
No. All right.
It's kind of a.
I didn't even get it.
Oh, you can look in there. I mean, go ahead.
I mean, I look in there, nothing. So.
Yeah, I know this room's
You
kind
lying
of
to
boring.
me?
What? I would never.
I'm not even gonna try to read into that because I feel like we're friends and we would never lie to each other.
I may not have told you the complete truth.
Press X to doubt.
Raven.
Yes.
All right, look, there was something cool in there, and I grabbed it because I don't like books, and this looks
Raven.
like what?
You should at least ask if you can have it before you steal something. You gotta have some kind of standards.
Some kind of what?
Standards,
What are those?
moral quandaries.
And then Raven walks away.
You broke him.
This was the guy talking about how bleak the world was. Not
Yep.
even 2 hours ago.
Yes,
Wait,
because of
how
people
long
like
have we
me.
how long have we slept?
A
Yeah,
while.
I got
We
it.
went through 2 long rests.
Oh god.
Rubio,
Hello.
what are you doing at this point?
Um,
Because Jim and Thorne had walked away from the floor you're on, so at this point you are on this floor alone. Kylu and Eldarian made their way to the first floor, and Raven and Onyx walked down the steps going to one of the other floors.
recalling to the previous conversation between Kailu and Ogma, the room of many pages kind of like interested him and tempted him a bit, so he's gonna find his way down there.
Up there, and as you go
Or
to
up
the
there,
floor,
sorry.
you kind of see Kylu. You follow Kylu and Eldarian as you guys get to the first floor. All three of you get introduced to.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Lululemon.
Lululemon.
yeah,
It's the
Sir
foot from afar, I'm
Lululemon.
betting.
No.
We're about to meet the owner of the foot.
It's another
this is my
foot.
foot. Do you like it?
Is there a set
It's my
this time?
fancy foot.
This is my fancy foot.
Big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout. Yoo-hoo.
Blowout.
Who is it?
Walking up this spiral and making your way to the first floor, you guys are introduced to Lucia Lemonor. He is
Oh.
this old high elf with very long, messy gray hair, a straggly beard that isn't actually a beard, it's just his sideburns of his hair going down so much and tangled within his chin that looks like a beard. He's wearing worn out royal noble clothes and holding a staff that has a red orb at the end of it, and he looks at you guys. Hello? Hello? Who are you guys? You're here to save me, right?
Rubio ignores him and inspects the staff in his hand. Wants to see if he can figure out what it is.
Rubio just.
Roll
Yep.
me.
Well, Kailu is immediately on the side of trying to figure out why he needs saving. Well, if that's
Roll me
what you would
Yeah.
like.
I'm standing like right next to him doing this. Investigation, normal roll, because I'm tired.
Always the honorable person, not
Hey.
Kylo.
21?
It is an Eldrith staff.
Oh no.
Rubio's gonna do some bad things.
He looks over at Kylo and the rest of the party, and as Kylo kind of like ponders, wondering why he needs saving, do you ask, or Eldarian, do you do anything before Rubio does a bad choice?
I can't move my character again.
It's okay.
Yeah, Kylo already asked why he needs saving.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we were here to get the key, and no, I mean, Derek is gone. He's dead, but I'm okay.
Oh,
Death.
2 questions. If you wouldn't mind, who is Derek, and what key were you
He
looking
was my
for?
husband, and he's dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My deepest condolences. It can't be easy to lose someone you love.
Oh, I mean, love is a big word. I don't know if I love him anymore, but yeah, he touched the wrong chest, and now he's dead.
Cool.
Oh,
Probably should have checked for traps. Raven, good job.
Rubio's gonna stop looking at his staff and then look at him. Does he seem like he's lost his mind?
Roll
To Rubio?
me investigations again. You all
Yep.
three roll this at this point. Seeing
Normal roll.
His shoulders
Knowing
are
that
jittering
Raven-
as-
Oh, yeah, that is
Knowing
like a
that
straight
Raven-
1 + 6. So that's a 7.
Ugh. Knowing that Raven and a couple of other characters went off to go look for other things, Kailu's going to pull up a bracer and just be like, engage the message spell, whatever the fuck is embedded in the thing. Be like, be careful with the chests. If you touch them, you might die. So just be careful.
All you hear back is Raven's voice go, "Oh, nope, didn't die, but I found something."
It wasn't in a chest. It was in a empty room on a pedestal. So nothing bad could have happened from that at all.
Yeah.
She is now 3 times as
Not at
stressed
all.
as she was.
Hey,
I don't know. I've
Onyx,
seen
hey, Onyx,
movies.
did
You
you
take
hear?
stuff from pedestals.
I feel like I heard a face palm from all the way down here.
Oh, you just think, what the shit?
What did you guys get
That
on
one's
your
nerd.
investigations rolls to see how insane this guy is?
I got a natural 1 plus 6, so 7.
Oh.
16.
Oh, what am I rolling?
Investigation.
Damn
Eldarian, this
tired.
guy's fucking nuts. He's lost his mind.
He's lost the
Absolutely.
plot.
Would you say he's cuckoo
I got a
for Cocoa
16.
Puffs?
He's a bit Lulu.
Rubio's gonna switch to Elvish for a second and try to like snap his fingers to get this guy's attention. And he's just gonna do like a very jarred, like only finger point down. Where did you get the staff?
Well, I mean, I got it from where I come from.
And where might that be?
I don't need to know. I'm not going there ever again. I'm here. This is my new home. I have come to terms with that. I'm never getting out of here through you guys. We can't get out. Ogma won't show us the proper exit, and if you walk out through there, you go into a place that's nothing. I've left this place the way I came, and there's nothing. There's nothing else.
You said-
I'm gonna charm spell him so hard.
Rubio, you said, okay, so Rubio said that he was speaking to him in a specific language.
Elvish.
all 3 of you guys
Elvish.
can.
We're all the
Okay, so
half
we
elves in the
still- we
party.
can
I'm just trying to
still-
get his attention.
Fantastic, okay. Yeah, no, that would catch her attention. Why wouldn't Ogma tell us how to get out of here?
He wants to learn from you. So he will learn from you until you cannot be learned from no more.
I can fix that
Well,
problem.
that seems kind of counterproductive, doesn't it? And she looks to like Eldarian and like Rubio. Learning from people isn't just expecting them to sit in one place. You only learn enough from that, and then, like, if this is the library of all things that have happened and all things that will happen, then it only makes sense that we would be allowed to leave so that we can continue to do things so that he can continue to learn.
Ogma is a weird being. He's weird, like me. I'm a guy, but you need to basically ask him the right questions to get the right answers. Otherwise, you don't get the right result. You ask him, "I want to leave. How do I leave?" He'll tell you to leave, and then you leave, and then you go into a timeline you don't come from. So you need to
I
ask
see.
him the right way to leave, and I don't know how that is. I don't know what the question is. I've been trying for, I think, probably like, I don't know how long I've been here, like a couple days.
Oh,
The owl guy said that you've been here for 100 years.
He lies. He lies. I couldn't have been
well, he
here.
hasn't lied to us so far.
I mean, you are insane, so
I mean, how? Riddle me this. How have I not used the bathroom in 100 years? Hmm?
Oh, it's got to be one
Well, I don't-
compacted motherfucker.
I don't know if you've noticed, but time functions very different here than it does outside of this, well, tower. So, not to be disrespectful, but I don't think your functions are running on the same clock.
Oh. Well, that explains a couple of things. What are you guys here for? You're here to save me or are you here to leave me? What are you doing here? You got a scary looking elf, you got another weird looking elf, and you're an elf. Wait, why are there so many elves? I mean, are you from Edengard? I thought I heard big banging. I swear to God I saw a shiny rock.
Oh, yeah, well, the quote unquote shiny rock is our good friend Onyx.
Ah, very nice.
Is in fact quite a shiny rock. He's much more than that, though, I will admit. And well, I'm looking for the war room. I have directions actually, and I'm going to be heading there soon. But I don't think anybody would mind if we tried to help you. Well, when we go to try to leave, that we help you leave as well.
Well, I can't leave yet. I need to get something. Maybe if you help me, I can help you. You, Mr. Scary looking elf, I have the stuff. And you're not stopping to look at the stuff. If you help me, I'll give you the stuff.
Kill him.
Listening.
I just need something from a chest. There's enough for you where if you open enough chest and enough of you die, that will get the right chest.
Solid plan.
Marinating.
Or we could use Mage Hand and open it from afar and not die.
See, I don't think that's going to work. And when Derek touched the chest, he opened it and it was good for a minute, and then he died.
Could
So I
it be
think-
he died of natural causes?
Do you want to come look?
No, I want to go to the war room. I will meet you at the chest later.
Oh, okay, very nice, very nice. What do you
Tell us where the chest is.
What floor is this?
This is the first floor.
Let's go up here. Oh, that's way. Over there, over there somewhere.
Okay, we'll find you. Rubio, watch him.
Oh, he's like looking at the staff, like a little bit of drool on the mouth, and he snaps out of it and he goes, "Oh, I'll keep an eye on him."
Okay, I like this elf. So tell me about this Onyx. I see he has shiny armor. He has to be, and he kind of grins evilly. He must be a paladin. And this is where we switch to Raven and Onyx at this time walking back up the stairs. You would eventually bump into Jimathor.
I
Right.
sneeze.
Jim Jam,
How's it going?
Onyx, come
What's
here
up,
for a second.
everybody? Oh, hello. I've been here, but all right.
Everybody gathered around. I'm gonna show you what I stole.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Is it what I think it is? DM?
You pull out a deck, and I want you all to roll investigations.
Hmm.
Gonna be a hot, dirty 3.
Oh, nice.
A natural
Yeah.
8.
Oh, very good.
-1.
Okay.
my
No.
God.
You guys have no idea what this is.
Ooh, you
He
want to
pulls
play
out a
Old
deck
Maid,
with a bunch
Raven?
of cards.
No,
Wanna
I
play
feel
Old
like we
Maid?
need, no, wait, hold on. I may not be a complete I may not be completely and totally smart. But I feel like we need to check this out because it was on one of them
Odiums?
pedioles.
Pedestals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was there for a reason, so maybe we don't exactly do something dumb with it. Kind of want to know what it is first, but it's mine.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to just look at it real quick. Draw a card, see what it is.
I mean, yeah, it couldn't be that bad.
I mean,
Well,
we
if you-
can.
If you want to play Go Fish, let me know.
I want to play Go Fish. I feel like I should talk to Rubio first because there's something in the back of my brain that's like Rubio's like, don't do dumb shit. And Raven always does dumb shit. And I
That
don't know
is
why I'm
true, you
referring to
do.
myself in the third person all of a sudden, but that's weird.
I don't know if playing Go Fish is dumb, but sure, we could wait.
Okay, but I don't really know what. I haven't played that game before.
Oh, it's a fun little game.
Oh,
So I'm assuming then Raven would want to try to find Rubio before
yeah,
playing with the deck.
Rubio, L, Kailu, somebody smarter than him that's not these two.
Okay, so
That's
how
just
would
mean.
you try to find them? Would you use the watch on your wrist, or would you just simply walk around until you find them?
I'd probably just walk around while yelling their name.
Eventually, you'd probably get to the second floor, and you would hear from the gaping hole on the first floor, Rubio, you would hear Raven screaming at you, and Lucia would be like, "What was that? Is it in?"
That would be our big old dragonborn, at least one of them, the green one.
Just the green one, not the pretty one.
Dragonborns don't like liars.
No, they don't.
You can imagine how he feels. If you ever want to put the big guy down, you just use big words.
Rubio.
Like photosynthesis?
Or hypochondria.
Uh,
Stuff like.
I'm
Raven.
going to start heading towards the war room. Like you intended to.
So as Raven, Onyx, and Jimathorn get to the main floor, finding Rubio,
No, I wanna go
Kailu
somewhere
and
else.
Eldarian manage to walk into the war room.
Oh,
Raven.
I need to zoom way out.
Yep. You walk
Oh,
into
gosh.
this massive room, and this table that you are looking at is gigantic. And
Yeah,
at
that's
the
a
other
big
end of
blue
it,
table.
second, where's Eldarian? I have to make sure right away I give you access because your character is cursed.
Mm-hmm.
The curse has moved.
It's not on me anymore, and I don't feel bad
Ooh.
about
On
that.
the other end of the
Owl.
table is Ogma, standing tall and watching you guys as you enter into this room. This table is just super big with the entire map of the world on it, and at the very edge of the table is a form of a keypad, similar to the ones on some of your books, where it's a dial with all the letters, and some of them have numbers. And above it, in very bold golden text, it says, "Name the war."
What?
Name the what?
Name the war.
Name the war. Okay. Kailu, seeing
The notes
Ogma,
take
brightens considerably and just like gives him a very excited wave because he is a little. She's decided he is a friend.
He waves his wing at you, just up and down.
And then I'm gonna start giving a very critical eye of both the table as well as both of the smaller tables off to the corners.
You see the tables off to the corners have kind of books, and there are schematics of how to operate this table. The very main book that's opened, it warns you about getting the war wrong. This table tests your knowledge of a war to show you exactly what happened. You have to place the pieces in the correct way this war went.
Oh, okay. Well, is there any indication on what war it wants first?
Nope.
Ogma, do you think? Ogma, do you think you could give us a little help on which of the wars that this table might want from us?
The table simply wants to show you every battle that has ever taken place, simply a war that you have partaken in. Recall the battle that you took place in. Enter it into the board. See exactly what happened from every perspective.
Okay. Hearing that, Kailu's gonna set up the first time she really fought a very large war, or like what would have been considered a war type combat with the rest of the group. And that would have been at the Shadow Fist area.
It would have been in Manitopia, yeah. So as you
Wait.
dial,
Was it in Manitopia, or am I thinking of a different scenario?
the first big war Kylie took place in was against Imlad in Manitopia, going up against the State Guild army.
I didn't realize it was set in Manitopia. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna go ahead and just start placing a bunch of pieces like a mad lad.
Instead of placing pieces, you dial it in because there's no pieces on the table at the moment, and then the table's map opens up more and more towards Manitopia, and a bunch of little figurines of everyone in the party and everyone that took place in that battle is placed in a certain spot on this map, except for Kailu and Raven. Those two are knocked down.
Okay. Does anything else happen?
Nope, not yet.
Didn't even do
You
nothing
recall
yet.
from the book that you have to put the pieces that aren't in the right place in the right place. So in that battle, where exactly was Raven and Kailu further on the board properly?
I mean, Kailu was on Raven, riding him as a mount because he was gigantic. So she's gonna set them up on the bridge area and be like kind of trying to place them on top of each other.
And as Kailu's piece gets placed on top of Raven, the projection, major image plays above the table, recalling the battle. Eldarian, never seen this battle. You see two vampires alongside a completely armor-kitted undead person named Imlad with an army behind them, charging at the Shadow Riders and the army of Manitopia to basically eliminate anyone that stands in their way to have the slave guild thrive. You see Raven being rode by Kailu as he was enlarged, getting into this battle, destroying anything in his path. You see Rubio casting Eldritch Blast, Onyx slaying all the people that come onto the main platform and actually single-handedly fighting this vampire named Vlad. Every single party member doing their part, and then the projection fades away when the battle is over.
Well, well then. Interesting.
Imlad's been what I would consider a thorn in our side. We, at least that I've been around, we've killed him twice. I have a feeling he's perhaps in leagues with Cobblestone, the man responsible for being a Horseman of Resurrection. So I feel like that's maybe why he can't officially die. But there's no very specific proof on that.
Interesting. Ooh. So, did you pass?
I mean, we won the fight, so to speak.
I meant the table. Did it work?
Oh, I don't know. Did it work, DM?
Well, the table at this point you can probably recognize with both your just intelligence. It is meant to show you exactly what happened in a war. For a battle can be portrayed by both sides differently. So this shows you exactly what happened. So instead of someone having a folk's tale in the final battle or a battle, this will show you exactly what happened in that battle.
Okay, so the table specifically says that we have to, or that it wants what we've been a part of, right?
You can put what you've been a part of. You can also put battles you were not a part of. You can type in a battle that has taken place and...
Okay. Then Kailu's going to immediately put in the battle between King Arthur and Saphira.
As you do that, it zooms into the center of Andor. You see 6 people arise. Sir... Oh, goodness, 1 second.
When the player forces the DM to bring up their actual notes.
Yeah, this is one.
Yeah.
I love it. You see King Arthur arise, Sir Contulus Conti. You see Queen Terry's dad. You see Sir Wagglebottom, Nar's dad. Ontalish, Evergreen, and 2 other people, including King Wyman and one you do not recognize, probably being the old King Welch, all bearing the stones, except there's one piece off to the side lying down, and that's Merlin.
I just keep him down.
No projection played.
Yeah, that just means that his placement is off. Would I be able to make like an educated guess as to where he was during this conflict?
You can roll me. Actually, yeah, roll me history. You recognize.
Would I know
this
anything?
You can roll history as well. Kailu, no, were you ever? No, you were never in the throne room of the Republic. Kailu was and saw a painting of this exact battle.
Oh, I did.
I like that.
I mean, I get advantage.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Milk it.
Fishing for advantage.
I always do.
Dirty 20.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Hold on, let me do quick math. 23 with advantage.
You would remember seeing Merlin not in this battle. You remember hearing tales of him being there when the battle started, but when it was over, he was nowhere to be found.
Okay. So going off of her gut feeling and then the knowledge that she has, she's just going to pick up Merlin's token and remove it completely from the table.
And once that is done, a projection is played. All 6 original wielders of the stones battle against Saphira. The odds seem thin as they're losing dramatically until Arthur starts a interesting attack as his stone starts to blast a white radius beam. Every single stone starts to blast this beam, and Saphira drops to the ground. All of them being winded all of them being above Saphira winded, prepare to smite her down. That is until Sir Cont. Sorry, I'm reading the second paragraph, not the paragraph in mind. You see, Wagglebottom, Nar's dad, get struck with something in the back, and soon after, you see the original King Wyman or King Welsh fall to the ground dead. All the powers of the stone fade away, and Saphira rises, slaying them all one by one, leaving only Murchad and Arthur. As she tries to capture Arthur, you see Murchad full sprint away, doing an expedited retreat, trying to get out as soon as possible, abandoning the battle, dropping his stone and book along the way.
Okay.
And that is how the battle ended.
Can I make since this library holds the knowledge of everything that has been and everything that will be, can Kylu make an educated guess as to what the final battle between her party and what Saphira will be like?
Dangerous knowledge.
You can enter it into the table and see what happens.
Just before I go to do that, I'm gonna look at Eldarian and be like, this may be not a great idea, but it's worth checking into for the sake of having the future knowledge. Just be aware it may not be great.
What are you trying to look at?
Well, I want to see, since this place contains all the knowledge that has been and will be, I want to see if it'll give us any information on the final fight that we have with Saphira, because we're trying to do that. At least that's what everyone else seems to want to push towards. I know that balance means bringing balance, means removing her from the throne that she has made, because she wants to completely wipe everything and remake it in her image. And that's not very balanced. That's a very biased opinion. And so I would like to see if we can gain any information from that.
Eldarian is just kind of has this shocked face, and he before we do that, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Stabs Kylu and teleports out.
So,
I'll kill him.
Can we go to the void?
Okay, I can attempt to bring the void here. I don't really. This is a weird place. There's not a lot of timey-wiminess is weird, but I can attempt to do that if it would definitely make you more comfortable.
You can create a door. I want to see if you can. I can't go into detail right now, but I need to attempt something, and it has to be here. But I need to enter the void. And I need you there because I think you're the only one that will understand.
Okay.
Concern.
Well, I trust you, so I suppose we're going to the void. And Kylu's gonna kind of step back a little bit to make sure she doesn't hit anything, and she's gonna try to magic out her little void plane.
Your palm kind of opens up, and the tattoo on your hand starts to glow, and the door opens up. A blue door just kind of rises from the ground, being an access to the void.
Okay, great.
Elle says nothing and walks through.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, well, Kailu was gonna follow him. Do I also have to make a wisdom save?
You don't know yet.
Oh, okay, good talk.
No way.
Natural
Nat
20.
20.
What?
Nat 20.
Sure sounded
Oh,
dirty.
yeah.
Sure sounded a little
Nice.
dirty, filthy 20.
Everyone in the library,
Ew.
roll me initiative.
It's organic.
Wait,
thank you.
wait. What'd you say?
I said everyone in the library roll me initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Me too?
Except for Eldarian, yes.
Did Kailu come through with me?
No,
Oh.
she can't. 'Cause
I
as
tried.
You walk through, you see this magnificent shadow trying to grab Eldarian and rip him from going in as it's flooding off of his person, and it goes off, and everyone in the library hears a screech from Saphira.
You,
Oh.
my horsemen.
Dead Mike.
As the library starts to violently shake and everything starts to slowly erupt,
Oopsie.
Ogma turns around in the library. What did you do? And Lukia instantly looks at the party. What did you do? What did you do? What did you get for your initiatives?
Well, first off, Raven looks over at Rubio and goes, "Hey, man, I found it." Fuck.
I never do anything.
Yeah, I was actually gonna be going off on my own to do my own research instead of going through and find Rubio. So I'm probably
What kind of
around.
research did you do?
I got a 15.
I just want to do research on the Genancies, find out where I
Okay, so
come
you
from, find my
You
parents, you know,
walk
the
down the floor,
orphan
and
things.
Evil orphan stuff.
You probably be there for a little bit of time and then feel the eruption as you're probably been through 4 or 5 books of Genenses, the different breeds of fire, earth, water, and air, and how they actually relate to the spirits so deeply. The elemental ones. What is your
Deep
initiative?
connection, Onyx.
15.
I got 4.
Nothing.
1-5.
18.
I'll even
for
type it
me.
out a second
I
time
did
for
that
you.
there.
I wanna point this out to everybody. This is not my fault.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like it.
It kind of seems like your fault in a way.
21.
Not gonna lie.
21. So, does
Oh,
anyone's
word.
initiative be a 21?
No.
No,
Don't think you
Jimothy.
can.
not
Mine's the
me.
18.
Okay, Raven.
Cars probably would. Let's be real
Oh,
here.
wait, you have Pyrex. This is going to be an interesting adventure for Raven as this shadow whooshes through the library, exiting out of the door. Every single party member is seeing this massive shadow figure with lightning kind of flickering through it, just a purple hue radiating from it, and it tries to lunge into Raven. Raven, I need a wisdom saving throw. You have to beat an 18.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
I got an 18.
Nice.
It bounces off a Raven and tries to go to the next person. So did
17
anyone get
plus
higher
1.
than fuck. Did anyone get
Top tier.
higher than an 18
On the
Nope.
initiative or a save?
on initiative?
I mean, I got an 18.
I know. I have it all written down here.
One.
I have the numbers. 1, 5.
15, dog.
Shadow then bounces off Raven and lunges at Jimathorn. Jimathorn, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no, I'm not great at those.
Godspeed, pal. Good luck.
I got a 16. It's a 12 plus 4. Oofta booftas.
You feel this urge flood through you. And because of where you are, no effects happen.
I feel an urge, but I'm fine.
I feel the
Urge.
need. The need.
I
for
feel the
speed.
need for something.
Sir Chow.
In Scientology.
In front of Jimathorn, Jimathorn kind of coming to life from fire. is a contract, and on the top it says Saphira's name. Going through the contract, it talks about you becoming the new Horseman of Dagger, as the last Horseman of Daggers, Eldarian, had failed to complete his task before achieving
Wait.
the task that is given to you guys is to destroy Murphy's Law. You are supposed to kill the Keeper of the Void.
Wait, you can't just gloss over shit like that.
I'm
can't
looking
just-
at this.
You can't just casually throw out shit like that.
So, are we all together, or are we still in
Yes,
separate
you're
places?
all together. There's no... If anyone
I'm like-
were to peer over, you can see this all happening.
Oh yeah, I'm like
Thorn
slowly
doesn't
reading
have
this
the
all
effect
out.
of where he's in.
What
I'm
did
slowly
you
like
do,
reading
Kylie?
this out. Eldarian says you're the rider of daggers. What is that? I'm a little
I'm
out of the
not
loop. What does
there.
that mean? Oh, I thought you said we're all in the same place, right?
Oh, no. Eldarian is the only one that's not there
He
anymore.
Oh.
went into the void. Is
What-
where he's at
Oh,
currently.
yeah.
What
Oh,
did
I didn't know if
you
you got sucked into something else. It says that L's a dagger rider. What does that
Wait.
mean to y'all?
What the
It's supposed to
fuck?
kill y'all.
What the fuck
If
is
we're all-
happening?
If we're all together, you guys all get +5 to any saving throws.
Oh, that would have passed if we were
Yeah,
nearby.
if we're all
I'm
together.
taking that stance.
Say that now.
Well, dog.
Say that now.
I said I was
Jay,
on the
hey,
bottom floor
everybody.
Well, I
learning about
thought-
Genasi. I figured
that's-
I wasn't near these.
Same thing.
guys.
I thought we were
You're
still
not here,
all
no, you're here.
separated.
Here, one sec. I'll make this so much easier for
I
You're
thought
confused.
everybody was all separate.
I thought we were all
Yeah, I
separated.
assumed we were all
I'm
separated.
separate. I'm watching the
I'm
staff.
literally
I mean, the
right
guy.
now.
Subtle.
What
Exactly.
the fuck? Who are you, L? Who are you?
Is L a bad guy?
I never trusted.
Well,
He
probably
taught
not
me
anymore.
Magic.
Are
He
we
probably-
all bad people?
Is he
Don't
a
say
bad
we
guy?
all
I mean,
are.
just because he's a
Okay.
bad guy
Okay.
doesn't mean he's
Kylie
like
is
a
not a
bad
bad
guy.
person.
this. Gemma Thorn is who is around you.
All right.
Brad hitting us with the M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, no, like, I'm sorry. I just found out somebody I trusted with my life was supposed to kill me, and we're just gonna pretend it wasn't a thing. Like, okay.
You let
So-
him in the void, Kailu.
Was Onyx close enough for me to get that effect?
No,
A bad feeling
No.
about that.
no.
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 Oh, so Onyx is all right. So I'm still.
that shadow's inside of you.
Oh,
Okay.
so Kylu's still in the war room, so she doesn't see this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She just
Well-
saw a shadow get ripped from you, and you walk into the void.
Well, Elle's gonna come back out and explain everything at the end.
Yeah. So it seems like L's maybe a bit of a secret agent for like a double agent, because this contract is to kill y'all, and then now it's I guess I'm getting offered it now. Can I just rip the piece of paper?
You could try.
Yeah, I was like, I'll see if I can rip it.
Problem is, as soon
Give me a
as
Constitution saving throw.
as as
So
soon
are
as
we-
he
I-
says
I
that
have
about
not-
22,
finish you online.
please. That's a 22.
22,
for
so
a
you pass.
Constitution
You're only going
saving.
to take half of this.
as soon as he says that, Raven looks at Rubio
Oh, it's gonna
and
crash my
yells,
computer.
"Where is L and Kailu?"
Yeah, you see Rubio's eyes go wide and start freaking out. He looks at the staff at Raven and the staff at the Raven. He's like, "Fuck!" He's go-
Half of 63 points of.
Oh,
For trying to rip
fuck.
the piece of paper.
Yes, and the paper does not rip.
Okay, that's interesting.
You hear over the bracelet. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm kind of like out towards the bottom. Alright,
Bad
flip a
shit,
shake.
bad shit, bad shit.
Alright, I'll make my way up. Gotta
Oh,
fix
a lot of
everything.
initiatives dropped.
I stand by that this was not my fault.
There's a little nagging voice in the back of my head that just says to keep on ripping it until I die.
Fair.
Intrusive thought.
Solid
Just the
game plan.
intrusive thought. Just like, go for it. We'll see how far this takes me.
And as Kailu gets that
Nice.
message, initiative drops. Eldarian, you are free to leave the void and try to explain yourself to Kailu before getting to the rest of the group.
So,
Oh, Raven
Before
and Rubio
he-
are running.
Before he can explain,
Oh, Kailu doesn't know anything.
Nope.
Damn it.
no, the only thing that could, because like, were Eldarian and Kailu the only two people separate from the rest of the group?
yeah.
And
Oh
Onyx,
man, then I
Onyx.
really don't know anything. Okay, then she wouldn't do anything after you exit back out because she wouldn't know what's going on, so she wouldn't automatically assume that she needs to worry about her safety in regards to Eldarian.
So as Eldarian walks out of the void, there is just tears streaming down his face. He walks over to the control and types in a battle. And presses go.
Eldarian.
Describe the battle.
Eldarian, the only piece that isn't in place is you see Saphira standing above a pile of dead gods, and you see 4 people standing there. You see Vlad, you see the human version of Cobblestone, you see another person that you recognize as Shelby, and then the piece that's knocked down is Eldarian.
Eldarian just puts his piece where it goes.
The projection plays as Raven and Rubio, Onyx and Jimathorn. I'm allowing you guys to also be kind of following the train as they're hunting for Kylo at this point.
Raven, if
I'm
Raven
assuming-
gets in the room, Raven's gonna lay Eldarian the fuck out.
The projection plays first before you do that.
That's
The
fine.
projection goes up, and you see
Just like
Saphira
slow-mo.
standing above gods, and she looks down at these 4 mortals, these 4 tiny people compared to her stature of unholiness and necroticness. She's standing there looking at them, and the 4 of them pull out their weapons, shaking in their boots, prepared to fight something they just watched decimate gods. And Saphira laughs. Going to face me? You are so brave. Braver than I was. And she points her fingers, and out of all 4 fingers, a mist comes out of all 4, entering into their eyes, brainwashing them. You will be next. Do what's right in mind. Do what I tell you. And I will bring back whatever I've destroyed. Call. And you see the 4 of them unwillingly turn around and go towards 4 different sectors of the world. And the projection fades away.
At this point, having
Raven
seen
is
all of
running
this,
Decked
No,
Eldarian.
not Deck.
Kylo panics and throws herself as far away and as up against the wall as she possibly can, and then snaps her hand out in a reflex and casts reverse gravity. So I'm gonna need you to make me a dex save. I guess also Raven. Anybody in that area, make me a dex save.
Raven's
Everyone
going
give a
where
deck
El's
Yeah, I
going.
failed.
I'm like so
I
tempted to counterspell it.
We all get
I-
+5, by the
You
way.
Just because it'd be so funny.
You should.
Are we all in the? We're all in the
Yeah.
little
Yep.
Jimathorn, I know Onyx would
natural
follow his
20.
game. I'm
You're doing this to
assuming
Okay, so
stop
you
us,
passed.
right? This whole gravity thing is like stopping us from getting in.
No, it's stopping Eldarian. She's terrified.
Yeah, I
Oh,
failed.
okay.
So the way that I'm reading this spell, because it says this spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area when you cast the spell. A creature that can make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object, it can reach, thus avoiding the fall. So you only make a dexterity save if you can touch something that's anchored to the ground.
I choose to fail.
Did
So
you
is it
without the
dex save for it?
immovable
Sorry.
rod?
The dex save was for not being affected by the spell.
I'm gonna try to not be.
You get a +5, buddy.
What was it?
Normally, I
It
would
doesn't
say,
matter, I
would-
rolled
normally
a
I would
solid
agree with
one.
you, DM, that the dex save was for not being affected, but the way that this spell reads, it does not say that your dex save, passing a dex save, means that you don't get affected by the spell. It never
Only
says
if
that
you're
anywhere in
No,
the spell.
I think-
it just allows you to grab onto something where you don't go
Yeah.
for the ride.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before
So-
I hit the ceiling,
Yeah,
can I
if
try
an
to
object
write
or
myself
creature
up
reaches the
and
top of the area
land
without
feet
striking
first?
anything, it remains there, oscillating slightly for the duration.
okay. So did anybody pass?
I choose to fail. I'm going straight after Eldarian.
I got a 35.
The DC
on
is
dexterity
17,
saving
in
throw.
case anybody was curious.
Jesus Christ.
I
Natural
failed?
one.
You can grab onto a lamp on the wall, like mounted to the wall, and holding yourself down.
I failed, but can I try to like right myself so I land feet first instead of face first?
No,
Okay.
you failed.
I have experience with flying. I don't know, you know.
All right.
El's just not saying anything.
Kylo, as you cast the spell and everyone charges into the room, what are you intending to do with this spell?
The amount that Kylo has to process right now, I do not feel sorry
No.
for her.
Yeah, that was a reaction. The casting reverse gravity was very literally her panicking at finding out that Eldarian was tasked with such a thing, and she absolutely doesn't know what the fuck to do with herself, which is why she has thrown herself back against this wall and is just like, oh god, what do I do now? And at that point, having cast reverse gravity, she would probably try to run, like just get out of the room, get away, and not fucking get near it.
And as Kylo runs out, getting far enough away where I believe the concentration would drop, the spell goes away and you all go back to the ground.
Ow.
What do the four of you do with Eldarian still in the room?
I
Did you
tackle.
guys tell me what's going on?
L,
Did you
L,
ever fill me in?
We got this little piece of paper here, L, that says that you're supposed to kill all these Murphy's Law folks. You got anything about that?
You're being too nice. Yeah, El can't talk right now because Raven's got a hold of his throat.
Well, I mean, just unsqueeze a little bit, because it could have been that he was coerced or he forced to do it. I guess if I was to use a simpler word, like there's a lot that could be here. For some reason, something wants me to sign it now, so I'm just a little curious about what's going on.
He was in a room. All right, this is what's going through Raven's head right now. Just to fill you in, Jim Jam. Raven looks at Kailu like the little sister he's never had, and she was in a room with the person that was tasked to murder all of them, and they are going to do everything they can to not let that happen. So, Raven's got a
She's
hold
hiding,
of his
by
neck.
the way.
The poison breath was slowly leaking out of the side of Raven's teeth. His eyes are completely bloodshot, and it's basically one of those "give me one good reason why I don't rip your throat out" kind of looks.
See, El was kind of figuring Kylie would be the only one that would understand after seeing it, and she ran. So he's like, I don't know what to do now.
Raven, I understand. I'm not. Raven, I'm not saying we don't kill him. I'm just saying let's hear him speak first. You just unclench a little. You could still have a full clench, just enough for a little bit to come out.
The only one
Sorry?
talking right now is Rubio.
Could I have cast protection from good and evil on Jim Jam and then followed Kailu
Gotta check my
Yep.
inventory
out the
real
door?
quick.
I can make a stealth check if you want, but Kailu absolutely
for it.
is hiding under, she's either hiding behind a shelf or under a table or somewhere small that she can sequester herself to be away from.
Roll me stealth.
This is gonna be a
I'm
big
gonna be great.
I hope y'all brought your RP game tonight.
For context, Jim Jam, you now have advantage on new saving throws against being possessed. Congratulations.
Come in handy. Do I get a new one?
Yeah, you get a reroll.
Ooh, can
15.
I reroll?
Not while you're in here. The reroll will happen when you leave the library, because you're not affected by it at the moment.
Well, I'm still possessed by it.
15 for perception to find your
Stealth?
guy.
I'll send you
18.
the. I'll send you
15
the
for
spell in a
stealth
minute
is what
that
I
you
got.
can do that by.
I got an 18 perception.
Protection
I
against
know
good
where
and
you
evil.
are.
Yeah, you know where
I'm not gonna make it obvious. I'm just gonna stand there like, where did she go? I don't know. I know. Oh, I know.
All right. Yeah. So what's going on?
All right, so
as
El can't talk because he's
So-
caught by the throat.
as the spell dissipate when Kylo running out of the room, Onyx seeing
It only
that
lasts a
Raven
minute.
just lunged at you to grab you. Jim Thorne's kind of negotiating him. Onyx kind of casts a spell at Jim Jam and heads to look for Kylo. Rubio is kind of standing in the room. You haven't said what you're doing.
I'm going through my bag for something.
Okay.
And I won't say yet. I just want to see what happens. But I throw over my shoulder. If you don't ease off his fucking throat, he can't say a word there, Master Hailstorm. He kind of laughs about it a bit because he's just looking through his bag.
You're laughing at a time like some father you are. Raven will ease
Not
up.
my fucking kid.
Raven will
He's
ease
laughing at
up.
Aldarian.
Oh. Raven will ease up this much.
Nice.
And for a strength check to grab him by the throat.
I'm sure you beat me. I'm weak.
It's a 24.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
No, you could beat that. I believe.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
try.
Believe in yourself. Believe in the heart of the dice.
Exactly. I'm glad someone.
Yeah, with a -1.
Part of the card.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
that's a 13.
Okay.
You were
April.
that
Yeah,
close.
no, Raven
That
gets you.
close.
And with you being grappled, Eldarian, what do you do?
He's still crying. He kind of looks at Jimathorn and just says, "At least you get the option. I never did. Don't sign it unless you want your life to be miserable."
I mean, so what was the pull of it? What did you get in return?
We didn't get contracts like that. We were told that when we did everything she wanted, she would give us what we wanted. And that was our village back. And after 100 years, it became apparent that wasn't going to happen. And she was going to send another horseman to kill me anyway, because I was supposed to kill you all the day I met you.
So I got a question. You know, did we see any? We saw the little reenactment happening.
Yeah.
Like, when did you get control in that time?
What do you mean?
Well, because it seemed like y'all were a little, basically, like, forced into it with mind powers there. Like, mist came out of her fingers. Were you like that for a while, or was that just in the beginning? Like, how did that work?
100 years.
When did it stop?
The day I saved Raven and Cars. And I didn't lose... She didn't lose control. I just, for some reason, was able to resist her more the more I was around all of you.
Interesting.
And then
Very interesting.
today, I made the decision, while she couldn't see me, to try to break it by going to another realm, which was the Void.
I mean, what do y'all think about this? I mean, I just know El for a couple of days. He's your, you know, he's your friend. What does that sound like to y'all?
Kylie
Well-
doesn't know any of this because she's not in the room.
Maybe we should get Kalu. She should hear this. She deserves an
Yeah.
explanation just as much as y'all do.
What is Raven thinking?
Nothing. Raven's in a rage right now.
Murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill.
Kylie
No.
was in serious danger.
Yep.
So
What is
that's really
Rubio
all
doing?
Raven's thinking.
At this point,
Yeah.
you probably found what's in your bag.
I grab the vial I was looking for, but I hesitate and listen in. Does it sound like he's telling the truth?
Roll me insight.
You bet I will.
You betcha.
Doink. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm still tired. Come on.
Oh, that was
Okay.
a good roll, too.
That works.
Oh, it's even better
I'll
roll.
take the dirty
Okay.
20 because I can't take
No,
the
he's
27.
telling the
There you go,
complete
Ryan.
Nasty
truth.
20.
He's telling the
He is
truth.
not lying.
Nasty.
Cool.
20.
I let go of my truth serum and put it back into my bag. And now that I know I don't need my truth serum, I'm gonna put my bag back on my shoulder and swiftly walk over to the menagerie of people grappling each other, get real close to Aldarian, and say, "When you were given this contract initially, Was my daughter on this list? Or was that prior to her discovery?
I was told to kill whoever had control of the void. That was for Rare. And then when it transferred to Kailu, it was her.
Raven
But
squeezes tighter.
I couldn't bring myself to do it. I can't hurt people I care about. And I haven't cared about anyone since... And he just looks at the battlefield.
Is he still telling the truth, DM?
Oh yeah.
Passive 19 insight, cough, cough.
Yeah,
He's not lying.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I know this is a difficult.
He's not even trying to defend himself. He's just accepting whatever happens.
I think this is all very difficult for everybody. Maybe we get Kylo in here, but I think y'all. I mean, it seems like he's just as much a victim of this as y'all would have been. He's forced to do it.
He asks one more question after pondering for a bit and asks, can you guarantee that that feeling of caring will not vanish in the wind and all of a sudden you've got a fireball heading towards myself or my daughter or my party? Can you guarantee that would be consistent?
As far as magic works with that spell, once it's broken, it's broken. Unless Saphira is in front of me to cast it again, I'm free.
So the only threat that we pose keeping you around, which I personally would like to see, is that if we meet the big bad bitch herself on the field, you could be turned a moment's notice, and you understand if that happens, I must put you down.
Please do.
Just one little. I think whatever you had in you is now inside me. I don't know what we want to do about that. I am pretty. I do love the sense of being alive. I'm not signing the contract. Just want to be, all above board. Not entirely sure what to do from here.
I don't understand why you get a choice and I didn't.
I am a kind of, I'm a cool guy, I guess. I don't know. I'm
And again, I was a lot weaker back then.
As a man of contracts myself, I can understand one agreement is made and then you find out the fine print, as the modern age calls it.
Well, you're an expert on this sort of thing. I'm going to hand over the document. What do you make of this?
I'm going to look it over and read it over, as I've seen two devilish
Expert
contracts
contract
now. Hey, I did one of them.
Expert, certified.
It has a familiar look to it. For the writing, it's almost matching the way that Asmodan used to write before you slaughtered him. Almost replicating a contract that you had signed, granting powers for one agreement in return. And at the very bottom, it says to eliminate Kars Revere. And in reward, the throne and the respect of Jimethorn's people will be given to him. If the contract is not signed, Saphira will find anything in her power to make this more difficult for Jim.
Well, she's already doing that.
We fight 3 dragons and ourselves.
Listen,
More difficult.
that's what I'm saying. And
Jim.
I was gonna say is I'm not in the room, but I feel like maybe
I have
we
an
should
idea.
look into the fact that if it's signed or not.
Well, Onyx
I
went to go get you.
Yeah,
Which roll
I mean, I
failed?
know.
she got 15, and I got a 18.
Yeah, he
for
got an
perception.
18, so
Sounds
he knows where I'm at.
I'm not like making it obvious. I know I'm just kind of standing there like.
Oh
Just in
man,
case something
where's
happens.
Kylo?
Yeah. I'm letting her have her under the bed moment.
yeah, I have
Peter's
one. I have one idea, but I need a piece of information to see if it's feasible. Do you remember this crystal I got a long ass time ago called Hell's Favorite Crystal? I picked it up a long ass time ago, and my idea is I'd like to contact my patron, and if it isn't any positive benefit for me to keep it, I'd like to offer it in exchange
That-
for his help to break this contract.
That was in the Republic. No, I remember that. That was when you went to the black market. Yeah, sure. You can contact Asmodeus.
Do exactly that. Like I'll pull the crystal out of my bag and re-shoulder it. You guys will see like a very obsidian looking like crystal, very like dark black but shiny at the same time. And then you'll see my eyes roll in the back of my head, and you'll see me whispering abyssal and infernal to Asmodeus. But for anyone who can understand, we'll say abyssal this time. I'm basically saying, I guess I can say it in Rubio Stone. I don't know how to say abyssal. Rubio says, Asmodeus, got an offering for a favor. Don't you fucking dare screw me this time, you cheeky bastard.
And you see an infernal circle appear and just come in a rise, and a suited demon kind of appears looking at the table, then his head turns towards Eldarian and Raven and smiles.
They
He
see him?
towards Dave. Oh. Kill him. No, you won't kill, big man.
Don't
So let's
listen,
please. I can
Raven.
give you more powers if you want.
Oi! And he,
One hand on Eldarian's throat, the other hand does this.
Oh, very well.
Rubio starts snapping to get his attention. I summoned you.
What do you want? You're wasting my time.
He holds up the crystal. And then he holds up the contract in the other hand. He says, if you want this, which I offered, you can destroy this, you get this. That's easy, it's just a piece of paper. You're a god, are you not?
I'm not fucking God.
A...
Don't you ever call me that. I am a demon lord. I am the demon lord, and you should know better, you petty little man. Now
You should know better that God is a definition, not a race, according to philosophers. Now, can you do it or not?
I can destroy the contract. I can remove the curse that's inside of your friend that you want from that contract from Saphira. I've seen it before.
Tiny crystal.
A woman named Vlad wanted to get her contract gone. I couldn't do it because she wouldn't agree to the terms. I'm not going. I don't want that, Tristan. I want something better.
Well, you may offer an offer. If not, you can fuck off back down to the
You can have
basement.
my soul.
Oh, there.
Oh, I like him. I like him a lot. I could have your soul to save his. You know that you're cursed. You got rid of it. It's free. Why?
I would not advise it, but it's not my deal to make.
You want
What?
Saphira dead.
I feel like at this point, Kailu would probably have gone through the entire like emotional spectrum
Yep.
of
The journey.
panic, betrayal, terror,
Sadness.
more betrayal, sadness,
Yep.
extreme guilt from the immediate reaction that she had to slam a spell that caused people to go fucking everywhere. And she probably would have climbed out from underneath the table that she found and just kind of like
Yeah, all right.
she's got a lot of nervous energy going on. Well, I don't know. I didn't really think that would happen.
I don't know what's going on. They never told me when we ran here. We just kind of ran here.
Well, I think Eldarian is was supposed to kill us or me or something. I don't know. I've never really had somebody I'm supposed to trust try to hurt me before, so I don't really know how to deal with that.
To be
Okay.
fair, he never actually tried.
I will.
Yeah.
Right,
I would
I'm
he
gonna-
didn't. But that's not exactly the point right now because she's still panicked.
Okay, just stay close. We'll go back in there. See what the hell's going on, and I'm gonna activate both my swords and my shield. I'm fully kitted, baby.
No.
You walk into the room and you see the demon lord slowly twiddling his fingers, creating a contract. As you hear Eldarian say, "You can have my soul." And
Before
go ahead.
El, before you offer up your soul, is my soul really on the bargain right here? It just says either I help and she's going to give me the respect of my people, which I think is honestly a bunch of crock of crap. When she's going to give me the respect of my own people, that's something earned. Or she's going to make it harder. I don't see my soul anywhere on this.
I thought you take the crystal, but I was wrong.
Peeking from around Onyx's shoulder, she's just kind of like unsure of things.
And personally, El, I think it's a bad move to move from, one person owning you to another asshole owning you.
There's a difference with a devil, or with a demon lord.
Especially this one.
If you break that curse, it's gonna move to someone else. You're never gonna stop the horseman spirit that is there. If I sell my soul to Asmodeus right now, that contract is destroyed, the horseman is gone. And Asmodeus wants Saphira dead, and I've been living in hell for 100 years. What's another 100 or 1,000,000? I get to help you kill Saphira, which was my ultimate goal, and I go back to living in hell, which I've been for 100 years. And the horseman is dead.
I'm going to walk up to Asmodeus and be like, hey, if you want Saphira dead, why are you trying to scalp something extra for yourself off this? Like, if we're already planning on doing it, why not just help us out and say that we're, square?
Take the fucking crystal.
Yeah, take your shiny fucking rock, help us out, and get the fuck out.
I'll even throw in all the loot I got off those dragons. I'm sure you could do something with that.
If I may,
Whole party says, come on.
You're breaking my balls here, Asmodeus.
He does that.
What pleasures me? I have everything. I have anything. So, I want what I can't have. I don't care to fight Sophia. She won't bother me. She can't. But you guys, it matters. And that's entertaining for me. Seeing you tiny little mortals try to get all these weapons and artifacts that relate to the spirits, and I think that I'm going to win. No. You're gonna die, I've seen it, it's okay. But I can give you a little bit of extra stuff. I can get rid of the horseman spirit. That's a bonus. Now there will be one less thing for you to worry about, and all I need is his soul.
See, I think...
If I may, I have just a few things, Eldarian, to say. She's just kind of like still peeking from around Onyx.
Yep.
Well, first, I would like to apologize for my immediate reaction. I am not used to being in a situation like that. It probably was not my best reaction, and I'm very sorry if I hurt anyone. You didn't hurt the void, did you?
How could I hurt the void? There's nothing can get hurt there. My throat is really hoarse right now because of and he just like taps Raven's hand.
You don't actually plan to harm me, do you? Or any of us?
I've been fighting harming you since I met all of you. That's what I was supposed to do, and I haven't done it yet. And I'm not going to now because the spirit's not in me anymore. For the first time in 100 years, he just kind of like lowers his hands like, this is Eldarian.
Feeling
Nothing wrong
brave.
with that.
Kailu's gonna step out from around Onyx and kind of over to Eldarian and Raven and very gently try to get Raven to let Eldarian go.
You probably touch... When you touch their shoulder, like, every bit of muscle fiber is way more tense than it should be.
I think you can let them go. I'm not saying we shouldn't be concerned, but I do think it's okay if you put them down.
Raven turns over and looks with like a little tiny tear in his eye. And just in their eye, it just simply looks at you and apologizes. And more or less throws him to the ground and walks away.
And Kailu hovers a little awkwardly with concern, but isn't really sure exactly if she should try to worry about Eldarion and the things that have happened, because she does still really care about him. He's a dude that she's grown attached to as a party member, like they're bros, but also this was a lot to find out.
Yeah.
And then at that
Rubio-
point, she's gonna stop and she's gonna look at oh god, hold on. It's the fucking hold on. I'm looking. I gotta look at my notes. I talked a lot of notes. Hold on. Ogma. She's gonna look at Ogma. Ogma, is there a way to, or a book that might tell us a way to prevent Saphira from keeping Eldarion's attention without him having to sacrifice his soul?
You've done it before. You've just done it in front of me. From the brainwash she's done, there are 3 known ways, now 4, that can remove a curse of Saphira's brainwash. They can die. They can wish it gone. Or they can drink the waters of the Fountain of Youth. But now if you apparently go to your sacred home, it can reverse it.
And at this point, Asmodeus has finished his contract and is in front of Eldarion, and a tiny little quill pops out. It's your offer. Sign it. The entirety of the curse is gone forever.
El,
You will be mine.
just one sec. What if we were to all go to the void together? There would be nobody left here for the curse to embody, and then we just pop up somewhere else.
That isn't entirely true. Lululemon would still be here.
Well, I mean, fine. We'll grab Lululemon.
I want his staff. No, just take the staff. That's all that fucking.
Look,
But I mean, that's kind of a good idea. We have a pretty good head start.
I can also stop you from getting. Well, I can help with the possession part of it. Should it happen? I can help. You don't need to sell your soul, buddy. All right, we'll get through this.
This dude can kick rocks. I think he sucks, and honestly, I think he's afraid of Saphira as anybody else. He's trying to act cool, but the second Saphira's done here, she's gonna want to take care of everything else below and above. Like, let's get real here.
She already killed. She killed the gods. What's gonna stop her from going downstairs? You know.
This guy got offended at being called a god. If you can be offended by some words, I think Saphira can kick his ass.
Yeah.
Eldarion,
Did kill his brother.
while I'm
got my
not
middle
quite
finger
sure.
to Asmodeus
I'm
the
not-
entire time.
I'm not quite sure if I completely trust you at this moment. Not to be offensive, but that was kind of a revelation, and I'm a little nervous now. But I don't think selling your soul to a devil or a demon lord is the way to go about it. No offense, Rubio. If there's a way that we can keep you from falling back into that, and you can continue to keep all of yourself, I think it's worth trying. You deserve another chance just as much as anyone else does. Especially since you didn't have a real choice in the matter to begin with.
Rubio's gonna reach down and extend his hand and say, "The only reason I got through the first fucking contract with Fire McGee behind my shoulders because of all these buggers. And we'll get you through this one if you want, but now that I know you can't harm me daughter or any of these people I've been traveling with, I'll accept you for who you are, from one contract cursed lad to another." And he chuckles of how stupid the scenario is.
Eldarion's gonna reach out and grab Rubio's hand and stand up. Well, I guess the deal's off then.
Yeah.
And he pushes the contract away.
You didn't want my shiny rock, so fuck off back down to the basement, like I said before.
Alright, well, that's very well, Dorian. Your choice now has repercussions. Someone else will be cursed, and will have to go through everything you had to. But that's not for me to decide this for you. Very well, have a good day. And just from abyssal fire, he just bursts into flames like a phoenix, and he's gone. And this is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all
Jam.
so much for tuning in
Oof.
to Beards and Barbarians.
Damn.
This is the fifth session.
Yeah.
We'll be
Jim
back
Jim,
next
just
week.
don't sign it. Just keep it forever. Just don't sign it. Just have it in your back.
Put it on the fridge.
Tuck it in your
Exactly,
back
yeah.
pocket for
Oh,
Put it in
one
the,
day.
put it in the freezer.
There is some like time dilation stuff happening. Who's to say that the spirit can even leave the library?
I have an
Um,
idea now that you said that.
Oh
We get
god.
the spirit. Whoever is possessed. I give a little boom. They're not possessed, and we dip out, and he's stuck in there because we left, and he's
We
stuck
could-
in there.
mm.
I mean, if you give me the level 15, I can make like dark, incorporeal
I
brooms. We can just
mean-
shove shit into it and then lock it
Are
away
we level
forever.
15?
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry. Level 15 warlock.
Oh,
I am a blood hunter after all.
I am blood hunter. I do like blade.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Beards and Barbarians. We hope you all had a great night. We will see you next week. And also never, ever forget to embrace insanity. Have
And
a
your
great
friends.
weekend, everybody, and your friends.
And your friends.
And-
Embrace your friends. Give them a hug.
Most of all.
Tell them how